Most new crypto investors don't lose money because they're stupid. They lose money because they're learning from the wrong people in this space every day on X, on YouTube, on Telegram. You're bombarded with screenshots of massive gains, perfect entries, people claiming they called the market perfectly and they know what's going to happen next. What you rarely see are the liquidations, the bad trades, the mistakes, the lessons, and the pissed off significant others. And that's exactly where real education lives because failure is truly the best teacher. Now, why does this matter? Well, first off, the crypto industry, along with all social media, has a problem. It rewards attention way more than education. I know this for a fact because when I make a video about risk analysis, it gets terrible views. If I make a video about crazy APR or some crazy short trade, I get all kinds of views. Usually, the loudest voice gets the biggest audience, but that loudest voice is teaching people terrible risk management, nothing about position sizing, and they're not even considering portfolio construction. But if your goal is to survive multiple market cycles and learn skills that matter and aren't just the flashy ones, to be honest, those are the skills that tend to be more boring, but boring tends to be more profitable in the long term. So, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between education and hype because you're going to get a lot of hype from a lot of influencers in this space. No names mentioned, of course. Every crypto market cycle follows the same pattern. Prices start moving higher, meme coins explode, influencers gain followers, and suddenly everybody starts acting like there's no risk in the market. We've seen this before. We saw it with ICOs, with NFTs, we've seen it with celebrity meme coins, excessive leverage, unsustainable DeFi yield farms. For a while, it works. Then the liquidity dries up, the narrative breaks, and people start to realize they never understood what they were really buying in the first place. That's why we always say process beats prediction. Anybody can get lucky once, but building a repeatable system that survives multiple market cycles is much harder. But here is the trap, and here's where so many people get hurt in this space. They confuse confidence with competence. Someone makes a few good calls, their account grows, their audience grows, and suddenly people just assume that person understands risk. They are the ultimate KOL and they start to follow their every move. But being right during the bull market doesn't automatically make someone a great educator or investor. The people I learn the most from aren't the ones showing off all their wins. They're actually the ones willing to explain why they've entered, why they've exited, what invalidated their trade, what risk they missed, what were their actual mistakes, what did they learn afterwards. That is real education in this space. So remember, most new investors do not fail at crypto because they missed the next 100x. They're failing because of behavioral mistakes they're learning from choosing to follow the wrong people. They're chasing narratives. They look like this guy on the left when you want to look like the guy on the right, even though he kind of looks like the boring one. Look, the guy on the left, he's the one who's going to buy the pump. He's going to ignore risk management. He's going to trade with too much leverage, or they're just going to blindly copy trades and not understand the risk thesis. I know this because I've made many of the same mistakes myself. I've taken losses. I've chased things I shouldn't have chased. I've hit the wrong button. I've learned the hard way that protecting capital matters way more than just being right. And that's why my focus today is very different than it was years ago. And that is why I made this channel in the first place, is because I don't want you to make the same mistakes as me. So again, I'm not trying to predict every move. I'm just trying to build processes that can survive whatever the market throws at me. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The investors that stick around, they're usually the smartest, the most disciplined. They're focusing on position sizing, risk management, capital preservation, liquidity, emotional control, and they're continuously learning from others. Those are not the most exciting topics, but they are the foundation of long term success. Because in crypto, survivability is an edge. If you stay in the game long enough, opportunities will come to you. But if you blow up chasing hype, You're not going to be around to take advantage of those things. So at the end of the day, crypto doesn't need more hype. Get rid of those hype influencers and crypto bros. It needs more transparency, more educators, more people willing to share both their wins and their mistakes. Because the real edge in the market is not prediction. The real edge is building a process that can help you survive volatility, adapt to changing conditions, continuously improve. And that's what I'm trying to do here with Dad's DeFi space. Not pretending that I know, I'm just documenting the process. And if you want more real-time market updates, DeFi positioning, trades, or how I'm navigating these markets, join our free Telegram. Check out the resources over at dadsdefispace.org. Those links are below. And let me know in the comments, what's the biggest lesson crypto has taught you so far? Not an influencer, but crypto. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read what you got. And if this helped, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. And remember, this is educational only, not financial advice. Always manage your own risk. And until next time, peace.